Guys ever seen a Marine LT4 engine? Well, we got one in the shop. Check this thing out. It's actually pretty cool. This goes in like a high-end wakeboarding boat, but it is an LT4 real deal engine. A friend of mine got it. It has an issue with it, we think. So we're kind of pulling it apart right now. But this thing is wild looking. So this is it. This is a Marine LT4 engine that they actually put in boats. Yes, the LT4 is just that great. They put it in boats, which, as you know, boats typically have a little bit older school technology with a lot of them. And it's really cool to see, you know, boats and marine stuff using LT4 engines. You can see the lid down there, supercharged LT4. The front's going to look familiar to a lot of people, but the engine's all black. I'm sure this thing was probably 30 grand, $35,000 or more. It's got these headers on there where the water runs through everything to keep everything cool. It actually picks up water out of whatever lake or ocean that you're on, and it runs it through the engine, and that's how it stays cool. So it's actually really neat. Got the computer here. It's all built on. I mean, basically this is all one unit ready to drop down into a boat. And this is exactly how my friend bought it. But we checked the compression over here, and it's looking a little low. So we're going to pull this manifold off and pull the valve cover off and see what's going on with this engine. But pretty curious to see what internals are in this, if it's stock internals, if it's got, you know, dual valve springs. I don't know. So these motors run at a lot of RPM at all times. So Donnie's going to rip it apart here, and we'll see what's going on. Very neat, though, to look at it. That is a California sticker. It says super ultra low emissions. So it must not have that many emissions in it because it's got these cats on it. Yeah, Pleasure Craft Engine Group. So these are like catalytic converters in here, which is definitely different for a boat because boats typically don't have emissions on them. There's no laws on the water, guys. Kind of like it's either in the air or in the water. You got no emission laws.
Yeah, I mean, they still use leaded gas in the air.
What are they going to do, call you over?
Oh, yeah, that is a cat. Damn.
Holy.
That's wild looking. Jeez. That's pretty cool, though.
Back to paper gaskets? What's
Oh,
up with
yeah,
that?
paper gaskets.
The 70s?
That's kind of junk. Is it the 70s? Yeah, I mean, the block and everything's definitely all paint. Oh, wow. Fucking scared the crap out of me. Yeah, look, it's like all coming off.
Oh, it's kind of bubbling.
Oh, it's like that GM crate motor special.
I bet it gets so hot right there.
Oh, yeah.
That exhaust.
The cat. It just burns.
I mean, yeah, with the cat being on there, I mean, I'm sure it gets hot. It's not like a normal boat header.
Well, that didn't take too long.
Well, at least it looks brand new under there. Got some special plug wires on it.
Very cool.
Yeah, let's get this valve cover off, Donnie. See what it looks like under there. I'm curious. It's definitely been ran.
Still like this.
It's got stock head bolts.
Yeah. The Ford oil cap on a GM.
It's got a Ford oil cap. Unreal.
4.6 or
That's why it blew up, Donnie. That's why it's broke.
Of
course.
Soaking up the horsepower. Soaking up a lot. Damn, the paper
You mean to tell me
That's a Donnie
that this boat's got catalytic converters and you don't even need them? Man,
It's got Cadillacs on each side.
that is a big
And some
opening.
paperwood.
Jeez.
Some newspaper.
Looks like a big old turbo V-band.
Yeah.
Damn, we did something supported off the street.
It's like I'm working on school buses.
O2
again.
sensor. Huh, that's crazy.
Well, they're, I think, yeah, there's a wide band
That's
and
right
a O2.
Yeah, one thing that we did notice was the DOD plug is unplugged on this, so
Yeah,
it does
it's
not
not
use DOD. So maybe it does have a cam in it or something.
Cool.
DOD deleted. It's got a crazy harmonic balancer.
Pressure Craft Marine. Oh, now you guys got to change.
Well, they didn't pull the coil packs off to paint the engine. That is for certain. And it looks stock down in there. We're about to find out. All right, let's pull it off. Oh, Hell, it's all stock in there. Damn. All right. It looks like it's all original too. Damn.
The fuel line bolt.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't come on the crate motors.
Oh.
They just left it.
Wow. Man, that's crazy. So we see some issues with this cylinder, which it was not happy on the compression test. All right, so possible issue there.
That ringland thing's kind of seeming more possible.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to let you know whenever I post a new video. All right, guys, I know we've been working a lot on the white ZL1 Camaro, but we have the regular cab short bed truck project back in the shop. It's a 2024 GMC regular cab long bed that we are converting to a short bed truck. If you've been following the channel for some time, we had built one earlier this year, and we had a fire happen to it back in, I believe it was September of this year. So we bought a brand new truck, and we are actually going to take a lot of the brand new parts off the new truck and put them on this old existing frame because the fire didn't touch any of the frame or any of the drivetrain at all. But we are putting a brand new engine in it. We're going a little bit different route with this truck. But yeah, check it out. We got the 6.6 liter from GM mated to the transmission. We're getting ready to drop it on the frame right now. So right here, we got a brand new 6.6 liter crate engine that we got from Chevrolet over at Skagandiki Performance. And we are already got the BTR cam in this thing. This engine comes DOD deleted from the factory, so we didn't have to pull the heads or anything off. We did change the valve springs though, put some hardened push rods in it. And Donnie has this thing mated up to the transmission. We did do a Circle D torque converter in the transmission, so that's already all in there. And Donnie is working on getting this thing made up right now. These things basically HP Tuners doesn't have these TCMs unlocked yet. We do have the correct serial number TCM that we are going to program in this thing to send off to get unlocked. That way we can tune the transmission, can tune the shift points and all that good stuff. So we do have that going for us, but we're going to get this engine set down on the frame right now, and then pretty much we're done with this, and then we'll bring the new truck in, get the cab off the new truck, and all the wiring and everything else we're going to be using off of it onto this truck. All right, guys, got the brand new GMC truck that we're going to be using this cab off of to put on the old frame, and Donnie's getting this thing worked out right now. This is a 5.3 liter V8 long bed regular cab truck. It is a 4x4 truck, so we'll have basically a full rolling chassis with engine, trans, everything to figure out what we're going to do on a future project, because all we're using off this truck is the wiring harnesses, some of the stuff up front, and the cab, obviously, but we'll still have a full frame, suspension, four-wheel drive system, engine, trans, rear end, I mean everything, and a bed. So I might try to find a flood truck that has a good cab on it, and we can put that cab on here and use it as a parts truck for the shop. Or maybe figure out what old truck maybe swaps on this frame and maybe make a four-wheel drive truck. I don't know. So we got a lot of ideas. Let me know what you think in the comments. But this is the truck right now. We're gonna get this thing finished getting pulled apart right now. And this thing is brand new. It's got just about 1,000 miles on it. Been driving it around a little bit, running some errands in it, but it's a good truck. So basically all that stuff right there is gonna stay with this cab here. So we'll pull all that stuff off and put it on the new truck, even the PCM and all that stuff. We'll have to send that off to HV Tuners, get unlocked so we can tune the truck. But other than that, this is all staying on this cab. All this stuff will stay. So yeah, we got a lot of parts. And there we have it. There's the cab off of the frame. And this is what we're left with over here. This is, I feel like we've done this recently before. Yeah, so we'll have all this. We'll just take the harness and everything off of this frame and chassis and get it over to the regular cab short bed frame. Basically roll the frame out of here and then roll the new one in, and then we'll drop the new cab on. So it's a pretty simple process, just a little bit of work involved. So we're getting this truck torn down right now. We got pretty much everything off of the brand new truck frame, and we're putting it on the old one right now. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys where we're at with it. But yeah, hope you guys have been enjoying this video, and we should have this truck running probably by the end of this week, which is really cool. So here's a look at everything stripped off that we needed. Got these parts here we're gonna be putting over on the other truck. But as you can see, this thing's pretty much stripped off. We did notice one thing. These are brand new coil packs from GM. Now, both trucks are 2024s, but this is the first time we have seen these brand new coil packs. So that's something new from GM. The most different looking coil packs we have seen in years on any GM vehicle. So that's pretty cool. We just noticed that when we pulled the covers off. And then we'll go over here to the new truck. Or I say the old truck. So we got the 6.6 liter mounted on the truck here. Donnie's getting all the stuff kind of out of the bed. You know, this truck was twin turboed before the accident. We got all the turbo kit off of it. We are not going to be putting that on here. Instead, we're actually going to be putting a supercharger on this truck eventually, but we got to wait for it to come in. We're going to be putting a Whipple supercharger on this truck, but they are a little bit back ordered, so we're just going to go ahead and make it NA for right now with the 6.6 liter with a cam, converter, headers, fuel system, and then once the Whipple comes in, we'll put the Whipple on it. So be a nice little running truck and very duplicatable. So, you know, with the turbo kit, you got to relocate a bunch of stuff. It's not very user-friendly to just build and sell to people, but this way we'll have a good package. It'll be able to sell, able to drive, and very reliable. Got the dirty stuff out there. Yeah. Oh, look, a part that didn't burn up.
Only a little bit crispy.
Oh, nice. Got some blow-off valves there. Okay, we got the frame moved over underneath the brand new cab. We got pretty much all the wiring laid out on here, and this cab's almost ready to drop down on the short bed frame. I'll show you guys what we're looking at. It actually looks really good. So Donnie's here getting the last few items here, but we got everything swapped over. This is the 6.6 liter L8T engine from Chevy Performance. We put a BTR 225 cam in this thing, and valve springs. It's got the stock heads. We got a stock 6.2 intake on it. So this thing should actually perform really well. Donnie's just getting the converter bolts put in right now. We got the computer. It's off to HV Tuners as we speak, so they should be getting that back to us hopefully maybe even tomorrow. They got it today, so we shipped it out yesterday. We overnighted it. We got the Speed Engineering long tube headers on it. And then we are going to be finishing the exhaust. We're doing Speed Engineering exhaust all the way out the back. We are doing the single 3.5-inch exhaust, not their true dual setup, just because I think for the power and stuff this truck's going to make, that setup is going to be just fine. I mean, we've made over 900 wheel horsepower with the wide pipe, single pipe setup before, and I like the way it sounds, so we're going to keep that theme on this truck. Obviously, the Vossen wheels are going to be staying on here. They did not get damaged in the fire. Even the tire didn't really get damaged at all. So that just shows you right there, the heat really never got to the frame and all this area. That's why it still looks brand new. So we got all that stuff going on. We did have to swap off all these harnesses. Everything harness-wise came off the new truck, which is sitting right over there. So we have all new wiring harnesses, computers, and everything on this truck because they did get damaged a little bit up in the front from the fire, and a lot of them do start the front and work all the way back. Got the new cab up there. Donnie, how much longer until we set that cab down?
Probably a couple hours.
Couple hours. There we go, guys. So hopefully before this video ends, we will have a cab sitting on the frame and pretty much a complete looking truck once again. We did pull the bed off though. The bed, it was a lot easier to install this rear harness on here with the bed off. I recommend if anyone tries to do this, the bed comes off with basically about 8 bolts and you can lift the bed off. We have the bed sitting just right over there. But it makes it a lot easier to install all these harnesses here. Basically cuts it in half. I would say maybe even more than that, time-wise to do it. Just take the bed off, guys, is what I'm telling you. But it's looking really good so far. We got the cab on the truck. Starting to look like a complete unit again here. Perfect. Cool. It ain't official until we put that on there. We actually have a guy that's going to be making a little insert on this. It's going to say 6.6, but look exactly like this. So curious to get those in, put those on there. That'll look pretty cool, but it's better than nothing. Looks good right now. Yes, we do still have a lot of parts from the original truck that burned down, and we were able to reuse them on this truck. The front bumper is one of them. It actually looks like it's untouched. It's just a little dirty. So this is the front bumper that was on the original truck. It is in perfect shape. It's just dirty. All right, we got the front grill on. We went ahead and went with our accessory grill just because I didn't like how the AT4X grill had the bronze and then we had the gray with the wheels. This almost matches perfectly, the gray on this grill, but we did end up having a nice gloss black painted cap that we put on the accessory grill because normally that's gray. So that was one good thing we had off that grill. And then we'll get the GMC emblems painted to match the grill. And obviously our bumper and everything looks good. We'll put the filler on there. That'll all be done. Then we're sending the mirrors. These will all get smoothed and painted gloss black. We have some handles that came off the old truck that were still in good shape. We'll put those on. Then obviously the bed back was all good. All the color match stuff was good, so we don't have to do anything there. And then we do have our wheel trim liners that we're going to have smooth and painted black to go on here as well. So the truck will look really just like the other one did, except it's going to have a different power plant in it, which right now is going to be an NA 6.6 liter with a cam, headers, and converter. And then we are eventually going to put a Whipple supercharger on this thing.
The cab.
Got the bed getting dropped on the truck right now, and then this thing will officially be a regular cab short bed truck again. We got the truck all done. We got some stuff out for getting painted, color matched, but other than that, the truck is finished. PCM should be back today or tomorrow. We can fire this thing up, see what it sounds like. Got the grill on. GMC logo's out getting painted right now. Then we have some cool badges that are getting made with the 6.6 liter. That'll be cool. We can just put those on there. Trim liners are getting painted, mirrors. We were able to salvage the door handles off the old truck that were painted, so we put those on. We'll put the fuel door on. But yeah, guys, it turned out really good. Turned out really good. Looks just like it did before. Looks completely factory under here. You would never know. It's got a 6.6 liter engine in there with a big cam, converter, and headers. It looks all stock in there. We left the stock air box on it. We'll change all that when we do the Whipple, but looks really good. Do it for today's video on the truck. Hope y'all are enjoying seeing the truck back in action, seeing life put back into this thing, because a lot of people didn't think we were gonna rebuild it. And I know we used a lot of brand new parts, almost a brand new truck, but the fact is this thing is still on the original frame and everything that the original truck was on. Hell, I mean, even the bed is still the bed from the original truck. So, but it is basically a brand new truck now. It was brand new before, but we replaced every single thing on it that was damaged or had any damage of fire indication or anything on there. So brand new truck. We do have that whole other cabin chassis over there that we're gonna, not cabin chassis, but just bed and chassis, I'll call it. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with that thing, and yeah, go from there. But thanks for watching today, guys. We'll catch you on the next video. See you later.